Hi, I'm Venus O'Hara and welcome to another video. Long time no video. I have been in Marrakesh, Morocco, having an amazing time, and I needed to kind of like disconnect as well. And I'm going to make I've recorded lots of footage in Morocco and I'll be sharing my travel vlog here in a few days, hopefully. And I'll be making some more sex toy reviews and all the other stuff that I normally make. My last video before this one was about my pandemic weight gain, and I received lots of comments and messages from you all, and it was very nice to receive them, and they were all very encouraging, and I had received some tips, and some other people were also sharing their experience of pandemic weight gain. So today I wanted to make another video about weight gain, and I wanted to share with you all the things that I'm doing to get fit and get in shape again. So maybe this will hold me accountable. So because the fact I make this video will hopefully mean that it will encourage me further down the line to actually keep up with my plan. But first of all, I made some notes here. See if I can read them. Anyway, I think a lot of people have actually gained weight with the pandemic. There have been so many reasons for that. I mean, more time at home, not being allowed to go out. And I really admire those people who were doing home workouts. That takes a lot of discipline, and well, I guess it's kind of like they were more devoted to keeping. And I'm sure it was very, rewarding on them for the mental health as well. But for me, I was in a 20 square meter apartment, and I just didn't feel motivated at all. So I ended up gaining weight, eating more. And also I was sick earlier this year, which has really had a massive effect on my body. For example, I had an IV drip for about 10 days. So that makes a huge difference because it really increases water weight. And also the fact that I was just bedridden for almost a month. And then I became anemic, so I had to actually eat more to get my iron levels back to normal. So obviously no activity and eating more, the IV drip, it all kind of like played a part in my current situation. So I got to a situation where I've never been as big as I was, let's say in April. I mean, some of my favourite clothes, I couldn't even wear them. And I couldn't even close the shirts. My arms wouldn't go in the sleeves. And some of my favourite pairs of jeans I can't wear anymore. So I had to get some new ones, but still, I would like to get back into those other ones one a day. And also I want to talk about my perspective on body positivity. I think some people, there's a lot of kind of like, it's always good to accept your body and love your body the way it is. But I really believe in being healthy. I think it's so important to be healthy and not celebrate unhealthiness. Is that a word? I don't think that's kind of an objective. I mean, for me, with my extra roles, I could have kind of got them out and made content about them, but I just thought, no, I'm going to go to the gym instead. And that for me is kind of way more empowering than celebrating something that wasn't exactly healthy. And that doesn't mean to say that skinnier is healthy. It totally isn't. I was looking at pictures of myself from 2016 yesterday, and I was a lot skinnier then, but I wasn't healthier because I wasn't eating as well as I am now, and I was also occasionally smoking as well, so that's obviously not good. So I don't think skinnier is healthier, but I really believe in being healthy and eating good food and having healthy habits. Of course, you can always have some junk food maybe from time to time. It really has to be in moderation, in my humble opinion. So so for me, I'm all about being strong and healthy, and also doing all the things you want to do and not having any restrictions because of your body. And so anyway, my body composition when I started at the gym in April, well, I got to I'm about 1 meter 68 or 1 meter 69 tall, and my weight was around 67 kilos, which I was so shocked by at first, because before the pandemic I was around 60 kilos. So that extra 7 kilos, I mean, I thought I'd put on maybe 4 or 5 kilos, but 7 kilos, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So Yeah, I was really shocked. And also, I had around 30% body fat. And that was just like absolutely shocking to me. And I was doing my research and I found that after 32% body fat, that's considered obese. And I was thinking, oh my God, am I obese? So, anyway, a few months later in July, I started to do resistance training. I'm going to talk about all the things I've been doing to actually lose weight. And then I found that I kind of increased my weight a bit, but the composition was improving. So, for example, I have a little bit less body fat and a little bit more muscle mass, but the weight has gone up as well. So when I say in this video losing weight, that's not really the thing. I really want to lose fat, and if I can lose weight overall, great. But I'm not really focused on things like cardio or just trying to lose volume. I really do love strength training. So for me, it's about getting stronger, fitter, and losing that body fat. What else did I want to say here? Yes. So that was the introduction. So getting into the points of what I'm doing to lose weight. Let me share with you first of all what I eat. Well, I eat a whole foods plant-based diet, and it's all organic, locally sourced and in season. And that all sounds wonderful. But I didn't realise the kind of what I was, I never tracked my nutrition ever before. So I was finding that I was having a little bit more fat than I should be having. And because I think here in Spain, people perceive olive oil to be really healthy, and sometimes, or nuts and seeds, and sometimes you don't realise how much fat is in all of those things. But anyway, predominantly I'm eating very, very healthy, fresh foods. I'm mostly raw. I'm not a complete raw person, but I do eat maybe, let's say, 60% raw. I've never counted calories in my life. I was always just eating as much as I wanted. And I have drink lots of water, lots of fruit, big salads. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will see the incredible breakfasts that I eat. So I have a big breakfast, a kind of big lunch, and then a very kind of light evening meal. And at the moment, I'm actually having green smoothies for my evening meal, and a big glass of kale, a pear, oat milk, some hemp seeds, and lemon, and it's just delicious. So I'm kind of doing that at the moment. And things that I don't eat meat. Obviously, I don't eat any animal products, and I don't eat any soda or white bread or anything like that. No processed foods. All my food goes off very quickly because it's organic and locally sourced. So I don't have anything. I don't really eat frozen food so much either. I just have frozen fruit or frozen berries in the freezer because I find it's just a lot more. It's cheaper to buy them that way, and they last a lot longer. And edamame beans, which are amazing. So I'm not really eating junk. I don't have any soda, I've already said that. But if I do crave some soda or some kind of sugar, then I'll have kombucha once or twice a week to get my probiotics in. And so most of the time I'm eating healthy food, definitely. I didn't realise what I was eating, what I was lacking until, which is point number 3. So I've done what I do eat, what I don't eat. And now point number 3 is Cronometer, which is an app to track your nutrition. I started using this just a few months ago. I'm not using it at the moment because I think it can be maybe a bit obsessive to be constantly tracking your food, but I did use it long enough to gain some knowledge about different foods and what vitamins and minerals they contained and what my macronutrient ratio is, how much fat, how much protein, and how much carbs I was eating every day. So that was really interesting. So it's very insightful because I discovered that I was having about 35% fat, which was a little bit too much. So now I've eliminated, let's say, the nuts and seeds in the breakfast, and I'm having less olive oil. I'm still having a little bit, but only a teaspoon a day, whereas before I'd just be like free pouring on my salad, which probably not a good thing. And now it's reduced a lot. And also what was really amazing about using Cronometer is that I discovered what each food had in terms of, nutrition, in terms of vitamins, minerals, etc. And if by lunchtime, I would always check how the day was going, and I could see which vitamins were lacking or how much more protein I should have. So I made sure that my dinner would kind of get me onto good rating, a good score basically. And also you can see over, let's say, a week, you can see how it's going. Because obviously one day you might have, let's say, a lot of a certain vitamin or mineral, and the next day you might have less of it. So it was kind of easy to see. It was kind of nice to track how it was going week by week. I'm not doing it at the moment, but I do feel that the time I was doing that, I did gain lots of knowledge about fruit and vegetables and everything I'm eating. Yeah, so I do feel I have greater knowledge about that now, but I might go back to it at some point. And also, about nutrition, I have decided to go and see a professional nutritionist who is specialized in vegan diets. I think that's really important because I've seen some other nutritionists at the gym, etc., but they've done maybe a couple of weeks or a chapter in a book about veganism. They're not really kind of totally understanding the ethical reasoning behind it, or that I don't think they're completely on board with it. But I need to go to someone who actually understands it properly and who's living it, and I think that's going to be very beneficial for me. So in the next couple of weeks I'm going to see a nutritionist, and I've got to tell you, I've never done anything like this in my life. I've never had a diet, never followed a diet. I don't really consider veganism to be because I think the word diet has really negative connotations. It almost, when I think of the word diet, I think of restrictions and hunger and I'm a real foodie. I do like my food, and I don't really want to feel as though I'm making a sacrifice. I do like the idea of volume eating, having massive salads and having decent food and not being hungry at the end of the day, because I do like my food. And also I am one of the organisers of Barcelona Vegan Community, and we mainly go to have vegan lunches at the weekend or vegan dinners, and I kind of like the idea of ordering whatever I want from the menu. And I'm also going to places that are fairly healthy. There's no junk food, no fried food really, and it's all quite healthy. And maybe once a week have my vegan desserts, because my body doesn't really crave sugary things in general, which is quite good really. I've always listened to my body, but obviously I do have a bit of excess weight that needs taken care of. So I'm going to be going to this nutritionist, and I'm going to have a first meeting, and then I will have a follow-up meeting. I'm not sure how long after, maybe a month after or something like that, and I'll see how it's all going, and I'll share it with you as well. And what else do I have here? Well, the gym. I joined the gym in April, and I was so dying to get moving again, because I was really into the gym before the pandemic, and I was really into body pump. I love body pump. I'm such a pumper, and for anyone who doesn't know what body pump is, it's choreographed weightlifting, and it's so much fun. And what I love about it is that if you travel, let's say a body pump class here in Barcelona is the same as what they're doing in London or New York or wherever, and it's kind of the routine gets updated every 3 months, and it's something that I really looked forward to, because when I think about going to the gym before I started body pump, it seemed like something that you kind of go along, but you're going to be glad that you did, or proud of yourself afterwards. Whereas body pump is something that you just look forward to all the time. And also there's some very motivating music, not the kind of music I listen to at home, but I do find the tracks really uplifting. And so that really, I loved that. And then the pandemic came, did nothing. And when I started at my new gym in April, I just wasn't strong enough to do body pump again. So I started off doing yoga and pilates, which are not light, but they're still a lot lighter than doing something like body pump. And then after a while, when I felt stronger and a bit bored of yoga and pilates, if I'm honest, I started doing spinning, but I found it so boring. And I've heard great stories. I have someone in my family who lost a lot of weight doing spinning, so that I thought, maybe I'll try that myself. But I just found the whole thing, even though it's varied in the sense that you're standing up, sitting down, increasing the resistance and lowering it, and the music can be quite good depending on the teacher, because it's not like a set. It was just, I found myself looking at the clock a lot in that class. And I was kind of like so glad when it was all over. You sweat a lot. I'm glad I've done it just for the experience. But then when I felt strong enough to go back to body pump, I did in July. And oh my God, it was amazing. Because the first class, I just had 2.5 kilos of weight on the bar. And I was just, oh my God, my body was aching for about 3 or 4 days after. But now I'm like up to 10 to 15 kilos, and I'm just like really I've really regained a lot of strength. So I'm doing that, and I'm also doing a glute ab class, and what else am I doing? I'm doing a class of like strength training as well, which is like heavier weights than body pump. So I'm going to the gym about 3-4 times a week now. And I recently had another assessment of my body composition. So since July, I've lost about 2% of body fat, and I've gained maybe 1 kilo of weight, but that's because it's all strength, and I've gained a lot of muscle mass as well. So I'm going in the right direction. I just feel that I wasn't really seeing results until I started the weight training. Yeah, so I'm really up for that. And also, what else am I doing? I'm also walking 10,000 steps a day. And obviously, because I'm working at home, I need to kind of get out, and that kind of is quite good for me, for my mental health as well, just to get moving. And also I do track it with my phone, and so that's quite good. And 10,000 steps is about 1.5 hours for me. So I kind of like to break it up into 2 45-minute walks. And I walk everywhere in Barcelona. I mean, this year, it's now November, I haven't taken public transport ever. It's so cool. I have no idea how much the ticket costs. I mean, it's so cool because I walk all over the city. If I have a meeting, even if it's 5 kilometers away, I'll walk there and back. So I'm trying to really kind of get those steps in as well, because I'd rather do that type of cardio than be in a spinning class or on a treadmill. I've never understood, like, why would you go on a treadmill to walk when you can walk out and about? Yeah, anyway, a little sidetrack there. And then what else am I doing? Yeah, so I had a massage a couple of months ago, and my masseuse told me I needed to do some lymphatic drainage, whatever that is. And I was like, oh, really? So I did feel like I have some kind of like extra kind of water weight on me. So I did buy something in this herbal shop that's kind of like a mixture of plants, and I put it in a 1.5 litre of water every day. So I just started that in the last week, but I already feel kind of less bloated thanks to that. So I'll be doing that for a while. But obviously, when I go to the nutritionist, I'll just do whatever they tell me. And then last but not least, I made a meditation for Insight Timer called Body Positivity Affirmations. It's all about loving your body, accepting your body, and just really loving it in the sense of, because love is, part of it is acceptance, but another part of it is really treating it well. That's what I believe that self-love is. It's about giving yourself the best foods and not kind of getting obsessed or wearing yourself out or anything like that. And something I haven't written down here, which, oh yeah, it is here. Another thing I did is that I bought some weighing scales. Haven't had weighing scales since I was living with my parents, and I didn't really believe in weighing scales, to be honest. And I don't really to this day. I think the best measurement of your success is going to be how well your clothes fit you or not. But I was interested in seeing what weight I was. I was curious, and I don't think it's a good idea to check that very often, because as I said before, I don't think it's about how much you weigh. I think the body composition is more important. So I got some scales that also do a calculation of body fat and BMI. And I think it's good to maybe do that maybe once a week. Make sure it's the same time, first thing in the morning before your breakfast. And that's what I'm doing. When I first bought it, I was a bit obsessive, but now I am not. And I'm going to be getting I'll be getting my progress report every 2 or 3 months at the gym as well. And then when I see the nutritionist, hopefully I'll have some results there too. So that is it for my journey, and I hope that I'm going to have some results soon. I'm feeling a little bit better, but there is a layer of body to lose. And here is my current situation. Yeah, this is where it all is. Oh, a bit sweaty. I don't use any deodorant, can you tell? And yeah, so I'll be going to the gym later today, and I always always look forward to that, and I'll be having my green shake after that. So anyway, if you have any tips or any comments about anything I've spoken about on this video, please let me know. I'm very open to any learning new things. And also check out this incredible poster that I was sent just before I went away. It's from Print Soup and it's called Tangled. They told me I could choose any poster I wanted, so I thought this one was the best one. And with the code Venus, if you go on printsoup.com, you can get a discount. And also with every purchase, they make a donation to a food bank. So it's very good, a very good cause. And also you get a nice poster too. There are other posters available, but this one, in my humble opinion, was the best one. When I saw the picture of it, it's actually vertical, but I thought, nah, this is kind of nice like this. Anyway, I hope this has been insightful, and I'd love to read your comments about this topic. And if you have any suggestions for new videos, don't hesitate to contact me at venus@venusohara.org, and I will see you soon.